Alright, so it's my birthday today, and I don't know, it feels better than last year. I think last year I was really just like extremely hopeless. I feel like this year I feel like this year is going to be like better, and 27 was like a really hard year with everything that I had posted. It was all about it was like me being sick, me trying to overcome relationships. It was about me like trying to work on myself in various different ways, and I just feel like I can accept all of that now, and I can accept it, and it really doesn't matter for me. I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing the best I can. I can't magically make the world around me change so that I can fit in it finally. So I feel like I've not gotten worse. I've not been addicted to anything. I'm still not addicted to anything. And there's a lot of people that are, struggling with addiction. There's a lot of people that are dealing with family members that are dying with cancer. There's a lot of people that are still dealing with people that are burdensome in their lives in some way. And I can say that I can't control everything. And my circumstances and what I was born into, I couldn't control. So I think that I had a lot of emotions connected with things that have not worked out and not happened, and I was putting too much emotion on judgments that were placed upon me from different places. And I can say that today I feel less burdensome, less worried about what people think of me. I have accepted where I'm at. I've accepted my circumstances. Doesn't mean I can't change them. Hey. Alright, so it is my birthday today, and the battery died when I was talking about good people, and I was talking about how like CEOs and people that have climbed up the ladder and have been successful, or whatever successful means, it doesn't mean that they're a good person. And I know that I am a good person because I do things for other people. I do things and I know why I'm doing them. And for some reason in America, that sort of value, for whatever reason, is not considered a value or something. It's messed up. And a lot of people here, they are competitive, they fight for themselves. It's sometimes all about money. With me, I don't center my decisions around money, even though it would be nice to have money. I've done things for other people to try to help them, and I think that says something about me, and I think that is a value in its own right. But I also wanted to talk about fear, because fear is a powerful emotion, and fear is something that's held me and other people back from doing things in their lives. And I've pushed my fear boundary and my fear limit to I have done things that I didn't think that I would have, and I have pushed my fear limits and my fear boundaries farther, but I know that I need to go more with it to be where I want to be. But then I also have this idea that you can't like push too hard, you can't put too much effort into it, because you have to trust in the universe, and you have to trust that things will happen as they're supposed to happen. And I know I've gotten a bit more into compromising in like a good way, like not just an all or nothing kind of thing. So I've gotten into more like compromising with how someone wants to view a relationship with me and how I view the relationship, and how like I see that maybe just not going all into like full out like lover status, but like going into more of a friend status is more appropriate for more of a realistic daily living situation. And for me, I've never really thought realistically. I've always kind of lived in my head, so to speak. That can be a good and a bad thing. Imagination. And my imagination is like so powerful. I can't say a lot of people, or I can't say that I know a lot of people that have this sort of imagination that I do, and I come up with references like super quick, and I enjoy making people laugh. I really do. That's one of the talents I've been given is the gift of comedy. I always love comedy, and I think to really find, I can do a lot of things, but I think to really find out like what I'm meant to do, like I don't know. I don't know, but I think that for so long I just wanted people out of my life, a lot of people just out of my life, because I just couldn't. It's like dealing with that fear of what if something happens to them and then you no longer have them, and then dealing with that whole emotional departure. And that comes from my mother passing away, and that was when I was 22, and yeah, so now I'm 28, so like 6 years have passed since that happened. But even before that, I know that I was like midway, like I wasn't too bad. Like I would want to get to know people, and I still like want to get to know people, but I think I've matured a little bit. I can't say that it's been all the way, but there's still like a lot that I have that I want to do, and I know that I'm more of a, was it like the yin, between the yin and the yang, and the feminine and the masculine. I'm more of a masculine type energy in a feminine body, so I'm very much like the person that wants to make the plans. I don't like to follow, I like to lead, and that's very much a Leo trait. And I like to be independent. I don't like to, I've never followed the crowd, and so that made me an outcast when I was younger, because I would just look at what people my age were thinking. I'm like, that's stupid, like that is dumb. So I never really formed a lot of friendships. Again, I had a best friend that that I had when I was in 6th grade, and up until it was kind of off and on after we had went into high school, and then it was solid for a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but I know that she went to California, came back, and I know that California costs a lot, but she's like doing her own thing. She's married. I think she got married at like 23, 24. She has like a kid now. So like for me, like I'm not there. Like I know I'm not there. No one can force me to be there. So like I know I'm not there, and no one can like force me to be there. But I always knew why I was doing something, what I was doing it for. It may not have had the intended result that I wanted, but I'm still like at peace with myself, and I know that when you're at peace with yourself, you don't rely on external influences to overrule your life, and that's important. And if someone looks at my life from the outside, they might find me very hard to connect with, and I mean, the longer you learn to live on your own and be independent, the longer you're more unique and you stand out, and you're like less understood. So I'm still kind of on that train of like, yeah, I'm still doing my thing, I'm still unique, I'm still going on that. And yeah, it's my birthday, and I know I'm like better, even though it probably may not seem that way. I know that I'm better than I was last year. My very first video, I didn't even know how to talk. I didn't know how to talk to the camera. And it comes from just years of being, forced to do this, forced to do that. And then just after so long, you follow people, and then you get rewarded for it, and then, okay, like you're out on your own. And it's kind of like, I'm like not out on my own, but I have to make a lot of decisions on my own independently. You have no one to follow, so it's like confusing, because I would always talk to my mom, and I would ask her like advice and stuff, and now I don't have that, and I don't really have anybody that gives me advice, and I just have to like kind of do things on my own. And right now the best thing for me, I think, is to just go to events, go and do things, and then also, stay responsible to my job and work on my finances and work on, I know more of my life purpose, which I think is more than anyone else can say, but I know more of what my life purpose concerns. The love thing hasn't worked out, but it's kind of like, what is love anyway? So I'm talking about, like, what is love? So love is basically encouragement and support, and like this feeling, this really great energetic feeling from another person, and for whatever reason I don't have that right now. And I guess I view things as black and white, and like that's always been me, like I view things black and white, yes or no, like that is me, and it makes it difficult in relationships to deal with that. And it's crazy, but I know that I don't want kids. I know that I'm responsible, or I feel like I have a responsibility to do more than other people as far as environmental changes, nature, more like spirituality work, something in that line. And I feel like, you know, you can't do that when you have a family. You can't do that when you're whatever. I mean, I've never dreamed of having a family, so like, why should I have one? That's just stupid. So when you know what you want, when you know what your options are, when you know what speaks to you, you like to swim, you like to be by the water, maybe that's like your thing. You have to like kind of know what you enjoy, and I think a lot of people don't, or they just fall into this, they fall into what they think is right or what they think they should do. I've never been really one to follow that, and like, I think things over. Someone just fell off of a paddleboard, so that was kind of funny to see. It's like nice little birthday surprise. But as far as like 28, I think it's just going to be more thinking, more analyzing. That's me. That's what I was born with. That reasoning of like detailed reasoning, looking into something. I know that that's useful in the workplace, and it's useful in certain areas, but in other areas of my life it's not very useful, because you can just think and think and think and then never come up with like what you want to do. And you know, like I don't know what I want to do, what I would want to do, and if I said that right now, like, it would require energy, time, and effort on my part to make a total change in my life. And for whatever reason, I don't think it's possible. Not that I can't change it. But you know, like, I know that there's a lot of people that have been in my life that have not been supportive, and that upon layer makes you it's a bunch of old energy that's been kind of embedded in your soul. It's been it's there, and it comes out like when there's changes and there's things and opportunities that present themselves. And I don't want to be stuck in the same thing, but yeah, I mean, I'm not as like invested in love as I was. I'm not invested in it. I'm invested in other pursuits, and 28. I'm 28 today, and my birthday's today, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't have any plans. I'm just going to work, and that's it. Like, who knows? I mean, I think it's a step. Okay, so like, there's like a group of kids. I don't know if they were kids or not. They're like a group of people. I don't know if they were my age or what, but yeah, I was just like talking. I didn't know that anyone was walking up behind me, like a group of people, and I don't know if they're fishing or what, but they just went by the water. And I don't know, I was like having like a full-on like talk and everything, and they just came over and yeah, so they came over and I'm like ended the video, and now I'm leaving because I don't want to just, you know, talk a bunch of esoteric spiritual stuff when there's a bunch of like whatever people, so I don't know. I'm like kind of a little bit embarrassed, but like I'm okay.